Imagine tackling every challenge with unwavering discipline, focus, and resilience. Imagine effortlessly overcoming the temptations of laziness and procrastination as you consistently take action towards your goals. Imagine cultivating the habits and mindset of a true Stoic, armed with the tools to conquer any obstacle that stands in your way. That's the power of embracing Stoic principles to destroy laziness and procrastination. And the best part, anyone can develop these success-driven habits, no matter how unmotivated or overwhelmed you may feel. All it takes is a bit of self-awareness, practice, and a willingness to push beyond your comfort zone. In this video, we'll reveal 12 game-changing lessons drawn straight from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and other legendary Stoics. From the way you approach your daily tasks to the way you manage your thoughts and emotions, these Stoic principles will guide you on your journey to becoming a highly productive and driven individual. Thank you for watching, and make sure you stay till the very end to fully absorb this ancient Stoic knowledge. Sit back, take notes, and get ready to uncover the secrets of destroying laziness and procrastination through the lens of Stoicism. Number 1. Set clear goals. Setting clear and smart goals is absolutely essential if you want to conquer procrastination once and for all. Without a specific destination in mind, it's far too easy to get sidetracked, distracted, and succumb to time-wasting temptations. The Stoics understood the immense power of having a well-defined purpose. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Our plans miscarry because they have no aim. When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind. So don't just set vague intentions like, be more productive. Instead, define goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to what matters most to you, and time-bound with concrete deadlines. Write your goals down and review them each morning. Doing this programs your mind to stay focused on what's truly important and gives you the motivation to push through resistance when your discipline starts to waver. With crystal-clear objectives charted out, you'll have the mental clarity and unwavering resolve to attack your goals with relentless determination. Laziness and procrastination won't stand a chance against your laser-focused action. Remember, as the great Stoic teacher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Define your goals with precision, and then pursue them with every ounce of energy and focus you can muster. Don't stop until you reach the summit of your ambitions and achieve the greatness you know you're capable of. Harness the power of clear goals and Stoic wisdom to launch yourself to entirely new heights of productivity and achievement. Number 2. Break tasks into smaller steps. Breaking down intimidating projects into bite-sized tasks is one of the most powerful strategies you can use to annihilate procrastination and get more done than you ever thought possible. When you're staring at a huge, daunting undertaking, it's all too tempting to put it off and succumb to laziness. But the Stoics knew that the key to staying motivated and overcoming resistance is to divide and conquer. As Epictetus wisely said, "When you are reluctant to get up in the morning, remember that you are rising to do the work of a human being." The Stoics understood that action is the key to accomplishment, and that the best way to defeat procrastination is to just get started, one small step at a time. So when you're faced with a giant project, don't let it overwhelm you. Instead, grab a pen and break it down into a series of tiny, easily achievable micro-tasks. For example, instead of thinking, "I need to write a 10-page report," tell yourself, "I'm just going to create an outline," or "I'm going to write 200 words." These small goals are far less intimidating, making it much easier to muster the motivation to get started. And once you've begun making progress, you'll quickly build momentum and confidence. Each small win will propel you forward, turning the pursuit of even the biggest goals into an exciting game. Like Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Dare to take that first tiny step, and you'll be shocked at how quickly the obstacles in your path crumble away. So embrace the Stoic art of breaking things down. Turn mountains into molehills and watch your productivity soar to heights you never imagined possible. Chunk your projects down into their smallest component parts and then attack each one with focused intensity. String enough small victories together and even the most audacious goals will fall into your hands. So take action, no matter how small, and watch as your inner procrastinator withers away. Seize your Stoic sword of micro-progress and charge headlong into the fray, because that's what it means to live life to its fullest. Number 3, create a schedule. If you want to crush procrastination and become a true master of productivity, creating a clear and structured schedule is absolutely essential. Without a plan to guide you, it's all too easy to drift aimlessly through your days, succumbing to distractions and falling prey to the siren song of laziness. But as the Stoics knew, a well-crafted schedule acts like a GPS for your life, keeping you on track and ensuring that you make consistent progress towards your goals. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Don't let your precious hours slip away in a haze of unproductive activity. Instead, take control of your time by sitting down each week and mapping out a detailed plan of attack. Start by blocking off non-negotiable time for your most important work and projects. Treat these appointments with yourself as sacred and guard them fiercely against any distractions or interruptions. Then, allocate specific slots for less critical tasks, making sure to batch similar activities together to maintain your focus and flow. But remember, a truly effective schedule isn't just about work. As the Stoics emphasized, a life well lived requires balance and harmony, so make sure to carve out plenty of time for rest, reflection, and the activities that nourish your soul. Whether it's hitting the gym, reading a great book, or spending quality time with loved ones, prioritizing self-care and leisure is essential for recharging your batteries and maintaining peak performance over the long haul. Once you've created your schedule, treat it as a sacred contract with yourself. Follow it religiously and resist the urge to deviate or make excuses. Hold yourself accountable and use tools like time tracking apps or a physical planner to stay on track and monitor your progress. At first, sticking to a structured schedule might feel strange or even constricting, but over time, you'll begin to relish the sense of control and accomplishment it brings. Like the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By taking command of your time and attention, you'll develop an unshakable inner resolve that allows you to overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness on your own terms. Number 4, prioritize tasks. The Stoics understood the importance of prioritization, and they counseled us to be ruthless in our focus on the things that truly matter. They recognized that not all tasks are created equal, and that by consistently choosing to engage in meaningful, important work, we cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment that can be deeply motivating in itself. So how do we go about prioritizing effectively? The first step is to get crystal clear on our values and our long-term goals. What is it that we want to achieve in our lives, and what kind of person do we want to become? By having a firm grasp on these bigger picture aspirations, we create a compass that can guide our daily choices and help us distinguish between the essential and the trivial. With this clarity in mind, we can then start to categorize our tasks based on their importance and urgency. The most critical and time-sensitive responsibilities should be tackled first, while the less pressing items can be scheduled for later or delegated to others. By focusing on the most impactful tasks first, we build momentum and create a sense of accomplishment that can carry us through the rest of our day. But prioritization isn't just about getting the most important things done. It's also about eliminating the distractions and time wasters that can so easily derail our productivity. This means being brutally honest with ourselves about the activities that are nothing more than thieves of our precious time and attention. Whether it's mindless scrolling through social media, engaging in gossip and idle chatter, or binging on Netflix for hours on end, these low-value pursuits do nothing to further our goals or enrich our lives. The Stoics remind us that our time is our most precious resource, and that every moment we waste on frivolous pursuits is a moment we can never get back. They counsel us to guard our time fiercely and to be intentional about how we spend each and every hour of our day. By cutting out the noise and the distractions, we create the space and the energy to focus on the things that truly matter. Of course, prioritization isn't always easy. It requires us to make tough choices, to say no to certain opportunities and invitations, and to resist the siren call of instant gratification. But the Stoics understood that this kind of self-discipline is the key to a life well lived. By consistently choosing to engage in meaningful, important work, we not only increase our productivity and effectiveness, but we also cultivate a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. Moreover, the practice of prioritization is a powerful exercise in self-awareness and self-mastery. It forces us to confront our own values and priorities, to be honest about what really matters to us, and to take responsibility for the direction of our lives. In this way, prioritization becomes not just a productivity hack, but a profound act of personal development and growth. So if you find yourself struggling with laziness and procrastination, take a page from the Stoic playbook and embrace the power of prioritization. Get clear on your values and your long-term goals. Focus your energy on the most important and impactful tasks and ruthlessly eliminate the distractions and time wasters that hold you back. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Number 5. Eliminate distractions. From the constant pings of social media notifications to the siren call of binge-worthy Netflix shows, it's all too easy to get sidetracked from our most important tasks and goals. But if we want to truly overcome laziness and procrastination, we must learn to identify and eliminate these distractions at their source. The Stoics understood the power of focus and concentration, and they recognized that our ability to control our attention is the key to unlocking our full potential. They counseled us to guard our minds fiercely against the distractions and diversions that can so easily lead us astray, and to cultivate a deep, unwavering commitment to our highest priorities. So how can we put this wisdom into practice in our own lives? The first step is to become aware of the specific distractions that are holding us back. Take a moment to reflect on the things that typically pull you away from your most important work. Is it the constant buzz of your smartphone, alerting you to every new email, text message, or social media update? Is it the temptation to check the news or scroll through your favorite websites every few minutes? Or perhaps it's the allure of chatting with coworkers or getting caught up in office gossip. Once you've identified your biggest distractions, it's time to take action to eliminate them. This might mean turning off notifications on your phone or computer, using website blockers to prevent yourself from accessing certain sites during work hours, or even physically removing yourself from distracting environments. The key is to create a sacred space for focus and concentration, where you can devote your full attention to the task at hand. But eliminating distractions isn't just about blocking out external interruptions. It's also about cultivating a deep, internal sense of focus and discipline. The Stoics recognize that true productivity and effectiveness come not just from what we do, but from how we do it. They counseled us to approach our work with a sense of purpose and intentionality, to bring our full presence and engagement to every task, no matter how small or mundane. One powerful way to cultivate this kind of focus is through the practice of mindfulness. By learning to observe our thoughts and impulses without getting caught up in them, we can develop a greater sense of mental clarity and control. We can notice when our mind starts to wander, or when we feel the pull of distraction, and gently bring our attention back to the present moment and the task at hand. Another key strategy is to break our work down into smaller, more manageable chunks, and to give ourselves regular breaks and rewards along the way. By setting clear, achievable goals and celebrating our progress, we can maintain a sense of motivation and momentum, even in the face of challenging or tedious tasks. Number 6. Develop self-discipline. But what exactly is self-discipline, and how can we cultivate it in our own lives? At its core, self-discipline is the ability to do what we know we should do, even when we don't feel like doing it. It's the inner strength that allows us to resist temptation, overcome obstacles, and stay focused on our goals, even in the face of difficulty or discomfort. Developing self-discipline is not always easy, but it is a skill that can be learned and strengthened over time. One of the most effective ways to build self-discipline is through the power of habit and routine. By establishing regular practices and rituals that support our goals and values, we create a structure that makes it easier to stay on track and avoid the pitfalls of laziness and procrastination. For example, we might commit to waking up at the same time every day, regardless of how we feel or what our schedule looks like. We might set aside dedicated time for exercise, meditation, or learning, and treat these activities as non-negotiable appointments with ourselves. By consistently showing up and following through on our commitments, we build the muscle of self-discipline and create a sense of momentum and purpose that can carry us through even the toughest challenges. Another key strategy for developing self-discipline is to practice keeping promises to ourselves. This means setting clear, specific goals and holding ourselves accountable for achieving them. It means following through on our intentions even when we don't feel like it, and treating our own commitments with the same level of respect and importance that we would give to a promise made to someone else. Of course, this is easier said than done. We all have days when we feel tired, unmotivated, or simply not in the mood to tackle our responsibilities. But the Stoics remind us that these moments of resistance are actually opportunities for growth and self-mastery. By learning to push through discomfort and take action, even when we don't feel like it, we develop the resilience and mental toughness that are essential for long-term success and fulfillment. One powerful technique for building self-discipline in these moments is the practice of delaying gratification. This means resisting the temptation to indulge in short-term pleasures or distractions, and instead focusing on the long-term rewards of our efforts. It means choosing the harder, more challenging path in the short term, knowing that it will lead to greater satisfaction and achievement in the long run. For example, we might choose to skip the sugary snack or the mindless scroll through social media and instead use that time to work on a project or skill that we know will benefit us in the future. We might choose to say no to a night out with friends in order to get a good night's sleep and show up fully rested and focused for an important meeting or presentation. By consistently choosing the path of delayed gratification, we train our minds to prioritize long-term success over short-term pleasure. We develop the discipline and self-control that are essential for overcoming laziness and procrastination, and for achieving our most important goals and aspirations. Number 7. Use positive self-talk. One of the most insidious enemies of productivity and progress is the voice inside our own heads. We all have an inner critic that whispers doubts, fears, and negative self-talk, telling us that we're not good enough, that we can't do it, or that we should just give up and take the easy way out. And when it comes to overcoming laziness and procrastination, this negative self-talk can be one of the biggest obstacles we face. But the Stoics understood that our thoughts and beliefs have a profound impact on our actions and our reality. They recognized that the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves and our abilities can either empower us to take bold action and achieve great things, or hold us back in a cycle of self-doubt and inertia. And they taught us that one of the most powerful tools we have for shaping our thoughts and beliefs is the practice of positive self-talk. At its core, positive self-talk is the act of consciously choosing to speak to ourselves with kindness, compassion, and encouragement. It means replacing the negative, self-defeating thoughts that often run through our minds with more empowering and uplifting messages. And it means treating ourselves with the same respect, understanding, and support that we would offer to a good friend or loved one. For example, instead of telling ourselves, "I'm so lazy, I'll never get this done," we might say, "I'm committed to making progress on this project, and I know I have the skills and determination to see it through." Instead of thinking, "I'm not smart, talented, disciplined enough to achieve my goals," we might remind ourselves, "I am capable of growth and improvement, and I am willing to put in the effort to become the best version of myself." By consistently practicing positive self-talk, we train our minds to focus on our strengths, our potential, and our opportunities for growth and success. We create a more supportive and encouraging inner dialogue that can help us stay motivated, confident, and resilient in the face of challenges and setbacks. And we cultivate a mindset of possibility and empowerment that can transform the way we approach our work, our goals, and our lives. Of course, changing the way we talk to ourselves is not always easy, especially if we've spent years or decades reinforcing negative thought patterns and beliefs. But like any skill or habit, positive self-talk can be developed and strengthened over time with practice and persistence. One effective strategy is to create a set of go-to affirmations or mantras that we can use to counteract negative thoughts and boost our motivation and confidence. These might be simple phrases like, "I am capable and worthy of success," "I choose to focus on progress, not perfection," or "I trust in my ability to overcome challenges and achieve my goals." By repeating these affirmations regularly, especially in moments of doubt or resistance, we can gradually rewire our brains to think in more positive and empowering ways. Another powerful technique is to practice self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a good friend. This means acknowledging our struggles and setbacks without judgment, and reminding ourselves that everyone faces challenges and makes mistakes. It means giving ourselves permission to be imperfect, to learn and grow from our experiences, and to keep moving forward with courage and determination. Ultimately, the practice of positive self-talk is about recognizing the incredible power of our own minds to shape our reality. It's about taking responsibility for the stories we tell ourselves and choosing to focus on the thoughts and beliefs that inspire us to be our best selves. And it's about cultivating a deep sense of self-trust and self-respect, knowing that we have the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal we set our minds to. Number 8. Embrace discomfort. In our modern world of instant gratification and endless comfort, it's easy to fall into the trap of avoiding anything that feels difficult, challenging, or uncomfortable. We often tell ourselves that we'll pursue our dreams and goals when we feel more ready, confident, or motivated. However, the Stoics understood that growth, progress, and personal transformation often require stepping outside of our comfort zones and embracing temporary discomfort. The Stoic concept of voluntary discomfort encourages us to intentionally expose ourselves to challenging situations to build mental and emotional resilience. By choosing to face our discomfort head-on, we develop the strength, courage, and adaptability to handle whatever life throws our way. This could mean taking on a challenging project at work, having a difficult conversation with a friend or family member, or committing to a daily exercise routine. Embracing discomfort is not about seeking out pain or hardship for its own sake. Rather, it is about seeing discomfort as a valuable tool for growth and self-improvement. By reframing the way we think about discomfort and viewing it as an opportunity for personal development, we can learn to push through the temporary pain or difficulty in the short term to achieve long-term success and fulfillment. One effective strategy for embracing discomfort is to break down challenges into smaller, more manageable pieces. Instead of trying to tackle a huge, intimidating challenge all at once, focus on taking one small step at a time and celebrating your progress along the way. This approach allows you to build momentum and confidence through small victories, gradually expanding your comfort zone and developing the resilience to handle bigger and more complex challenges. Number 9. Practice the Pomodoro technique. Developed by Francesco Cirillo. In the late 1980s, the Pomodoro technique is a simple yet powerful time management method that has helped countless people around the world to overcome laziness, procrastination, and burnout. At its core, the technique involves breaking your work into focused, 25-minute intervals, known as Pomodoros, followed by short breaks to rest and recharge. Here's how it works. First, choose a task or project that you want to work on and eliminate any potential distractions, such as turning off your phone notifications or closing unnecessary tabs on your computer. Then, set a timer for 25 minutes and dive into your work with full concentration and effort. During this time, resist the urge to check emails, social media, or other distractions. Your sole focus should be on the task at hand. When the timer goes off, congratulate yourself on completing a successful Pomodoro and take a short break of 5 to 10 minutes. Use this time to stretch, grab a snack or drink, or simply step away from your work and give your mind a chance to rest. After 4 consecutive Pomodoros, take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes to fully recharge and avoid burnout. The beauty of the Pomodoro technique lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. By breaking your work into manageable, focused intervals, you can avoid the overwhelming feeling of facing a large, daunting project. Instead, you can tackle your tasks one Pomodoro at a time, building momentum and a sense of accomplishment with each completed interval. Moreover, the regular breaks built into the Pomodoro technique help to prevent burnout and maintain your energy and motivation throughout the day. By giving your mind and body a chance to rest and recharge, you can avoid the mental fatigue and exhaustion that often lead to procrastination and laziness. Number 10. Reward yourself. Too often we get so caught up in the daily grind of work and responsibilities that we forget to take a step back and acknowledge our own progress and accomplishments. We move from one task to the next without stopping to celebrate our victories, no matter how small they may seem. But here's the thing, by failing to reward ourselves, we're missing out on a powerful opportunity to reinforce positive habits, boost our motivation, and build momentum towards our goals. The Stoics understood the importance of celebrating our successes and finding joy in our achievements. They believed that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external validation or material possessions, but from living a life of virtue and purpose. By aligning our actions with our values and making progress towards our goals, we cultivate a sense of pride, self-respect, and inner peace that can't be bought or earned through any other means. So how can you start incorporating rewards into your own life and work? The first step is to identify the milestones and accomplishments that are most meaningful to you. These could be big wins, like finishing a major project or hitting a long-term goal, or smaller victories, like completing a difficult task or sticking to a healthy habit for a week straight. The key is to choose rewards that are personally significant and motivating to you. Next, decide on the type of reward that will best celebrate your achievement and reinforce your positive habits. This could be something tangible, like treating yourself to a favorite meal, or buying a new book or gadget, or something intangible, like taking a day off to relax and recharge, or spending quality time with loved ones. Whatever you choose, make sure it's something that truly brings you joy and satisfaction, and that aligns with your values and priorities. One effective strategy is to create a reward system that scales with the size and importance of your accomplishments. For example, you might reward yourself with a small treat or pleasure for completing a daily task or habit, a bigger reward for hitting a weekly or monthly milestone, and an even larger celebration for achieving a major goal or project. By creating a hierarchy of rewards, you can build anticipation and motivation as you work towards bigger and more challenging objectives. It's important to remember that rewards aren't just about indulging in pleasures or treating yourself to material goods. They can also be opportunities for growth, learning, and personal development. For example, you might reward yourself by taking a class or workshop to learn a new skill, attending a conference or event to network and gain insights, or taking on a new challenge or project that pushes you outside your comfort zone. By using rewards as a way to invest in yourself and your future, you can cultivate a growth mindset and a sense of continuous improvement. Thank you for watching this video on the 12 Stoic lessons to destroy laziness and procrastination. We've explored how incorporating these principles, drawn from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and other Stoic philosophers, can help you develop unshakable discipline, focus, and resilience. The Stoics understood that by cultivating inner strength and mastering the art of self-control, we can overcome the temptations of laziness and procrastination, consistently taking action towards our goals. Once again, thank you for joining me in exploring the power of Stoic wisdom in conquering laziness and procrastination. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to stay updated on future content that will help you on your journey to becoming a highly productive and driven individual. Thank you all for watching, and may you all find the strength and determination to embrace the Stoic path to success.